And I'm going to start recording. Perfect. Okay. So we're literally going to stick to 30 minutes or less. And we're literally going to get down to how many times can I say literally? That is the question of the day. So we are going to talk about, though, August. And I love what all of y'all put in the group, and I love what you're focusing on. I feel like this is the month. I hear the most excitement right now for August. And of course, it's promotions and everything else that's going on. But most importantly, why don't we hear from you as far as taking it one step further? So we shared it within the post, right? On what's going well, what are we focusing on? But talk to me more about August, your goals, and how we're implementing those, please. Just unmute yourself and start chatting.
So I'll chat real quick. Last month, we had a really, really good month for bringing in new coaches. And so my biggest focus right now is just really keeping the excitement in my team, because we set a goal for when we wanted to be 5-star qual, and we missed that, which is fine. I wanted to be able to have that leadership date. And so right now I'm working to kind of keep that excitement so that they don't feel like they're failing, and so that they still push for that, because the goal is end of the year. So really it's fine. And I just don't want them to feel like they're letting me down, because I hate when I see other girls feeling like they're letting the team down and that they just can't do anything and they totally break down. So that's kind of my biggest thing right now.
What are you doing to do that? Because I love that.
So what we're doing is I have chat boxes with kind of the different breakdown of girls, new coaches. I do a poll every month. So at the very end of the month, I do a poll in my team page, and it just says, like, what's your goal for next month? Is it, I'm a new coach working through my training, I'm a newer coach pushing for Emerald, I'm an Emerald pushing for Diamond, and I break them into chat boxes based on that. And so I really just make sure that every single day I add a little bit of value to those chat boxes and keep it excited. I think the biggest thing is just keeping them in a positive mindset, because very, very quickly a chat box like that can turn into everyone complaining. And so I just have to set the pace to not have that. And I have a couple leaders in every single one that are really helpful with just like, well, are you doing this, 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 and this? Like, that's why you're experiencing that. So it's been working really well. I love those little chat boxes. It's a great way to hop in and be like, team call starts now, or what did you do today to move your business forward? And I think that those help a ton in just keep creating friendships and good morale within our team. We did do yesterday, and it went really well, our flash sale. And I know that I kind of posted a little bit about it in our group, but it worked really well. I think at the end of the night, we had 58 orders go through, and that's just our entire downline, which is huge for volume. And that's what we were pushing for, because we're really pushing the Shaun T thing. So what we actually did is we had 6 packages. Every single package did get them Success Club points. So we had at least I think so. It was me and 6 other leaders on the team that all talked about a specific package. And basically at the end, it was like a 3-minute video. Like, for example, I did the 3-day refresh and Shakeology challenge pack. And all these things in the flash sale were either discounted already or we just hyped them up. We did beach bars, we did 2B mindset, we did lift 4 challenge pack, we did energize and recover, and I think that might have been it. And what we did is we talked about them very quickly with whichever coach we thought related well to that specific topic. And then afterwards, we told them they had 2 hours to finalize their order, to drop their email and tag their coach in the comments below. They had 2 hours to finalize. So we got a lot of orders through really, really quickly, which should boost all the volume. And it got a ton of new coaches really excited because they all had their first orders, their first clients, which worked really, really well. So it's something that we kind of marketed as it was a lot of work. We might not do this again, but we'll for sure want to do it again because it worked so well. So I loved that.
That is amazing. Can you talk more about that? Because I saw you post it in the group and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so epic. I totally want to duplicate. I would love more to know more how you helped your new coaches invite to it. Because I think the leaders on the team, no problem, we can throw together a marketing schedule, we can do it. But how did you help your brand new coaches get people into that group?
Yeah, for sure. So what we decided to do, I run my team page very closely. We actually joined our team pages with my upline and her other 2-star diamond coach, 2-star and above. So there's 3 of us that lead the team page. And we kind of had this idea about it. I think that she heard about it in the roundtable. I'm assuming I think she said Melanie Mitra does something similar. And so we just kind of ran with it and tweaked it to work for us. What we decided to do, though, is we didn't want to tell our team until 24 hours before so that it would keep that excitement. So we planned it all last week. We announced it to them on Sunday, and we said, are you ready? Like, go share it right now. Your goal is to get 50 people in this group. And we ended the night with over 1,700 people in the group in just 24 hours, which is crazy because our goal is like 400. And so we had them put it on their story. We had them talk about it on their story, like face-to-face speaking. We had them post about it on their actual Instagram page, on their Facebook page, and then we had them follow up with anyone that had told them no. So between doing all of that all day, there was people being added into the group, and it was just our big focus to every hour get a video up. We all hyped up in the comments below every single video. If it was like Lift 4, we all shared our 2 or 3 week progress. If it was 3-day refresh, we all shared our transformation through that. And if it was Energize, we all shared a selfie holding our Energize. And so it just made it seem super exciting. And normally our team really doesn't name drop programs or a product. And we totally talked, this is Energize and this is what it does. And it just worked really well. And so I thought that it was so cool. Like within the first 2 hours, none of the leaders had anyone order. And I think at this point, we're really good at speaking about what we have to offer. So people do sign up with us. But for those newer coaches, they don't know right now how to talk about products. So us talking about it really took a lot of the guesswork off of them. And they were getting so many orders through in those first couple hours that it was just exciting for us to see our team succeed. So that, I think it was amazing. I would do it again every month, but I know that it wouldn't have the same effect. So quarterly or something like that for sure.
This is a good. Thank you, Alicia, for asking that. I couldn't press unmute fast enough because I wanted to hear exactly that, like what more about this. But I love that you're implementing the things that obviously your coach is hearing, obviously on the roundtable. That, I mean, if it works for Mel, I think it's pretty dang amazing. I'm just going to say that. And I love that you did put that obviously in our group. So if you guys have questions, you can actually see the post and what she said in that. And I love that you just did it kind of in like an odd time of year, right? It's like it's for the beginning of August, like what it shows you like when people are, that one cell will allow people to commit. So I love that. So once you continue to do it again, or what happens from here on, will you keep us posted, please? So cool. Thank you, Jade. Okay, what else? So Stacy, I know you popped on. Melissa popped on. Kelly Burnham is here. 801 must be somebody Utah. Ashley, maybe. Or Crystal, or I could name, there's a couple Utahns. So post your name. If you called in and your name doesn't show, please post who it is. Okay, keep going. So August, like what else are we doing with our teams to create the excitement, the momentum? Oh, also I like the fact that, and if you want to add anything else on this, Jade, that the fact that you didn't hit the goal of 5-star diamond, but you want to still create the momentum of that. I love that you did that. What else? Moving forward. Yeah, Alicia, go.
I'll go.
Yeah.
One thing we're trying this month in our team page is instituting accountability for the coach daily actions, because we kind of realize that we're doing it in our challenge group, right? We're like having them post the sweaty selfies and the check-ins, but we're not doing it with our coaches. So every day, Monday through Friday, we have a post that basically just says, drop a snapshot of what you did today to grow your business. So whether it's pen and paper, if they're using the activity tracker, or they're using Streak or Teamsy, it's some kind of snapshot of what they did that day. And so far our team is really liking that added accountability, and it also sort of gives them a little bit, I think, more motivation to show up when they have to post their numbers. And then I think it's also really helping them realize, like, oh, I'm really not doing this, because I think it's so easy for our coaches to think, oh yeah, I'm inviting, I'm following up. But when you actually have to write the names down, it becomes very clear very quickly. So we're doing sort of a fun challenge on that, and whoever has the most, by the end of the month is going to win a prize. But so far the team is really liking that. And it's also helping our leaders know how to help their coaches better because they can see what they are or aren't doing every day. So something we're trying.
For sure. I love it. Any type of accountability. And I had a coach actually ask me yesterday when I was doing a one-on-one in LA, was like, literally, and this is a 7-star, it's like, do I really have to focus that much on accountability? And it's like, yes, if somebody expresses a goal and what they're working towards and why, accountability is honestly the number one thing that will allow it to get there. And the fact that you are that genuine and you care that much about helping them hit their goals, that is so rewarding to them. So I would say accountability is everything, but Alicia, I love that you're doing that. And it isn't just for challengers, absolutely for coaches. So good job. Love that. Okay.
I'll go.
Yes, please, Ellen.
So actually piggybacking off of what Alicia just said, I have had a daily like ring the bell type of post in my List 4 challenge group, and everybody, like, it's lit. Everybody posts their daily accountability. So I thought, okay, I really need to just duplicate this on my team page because there's not a lot happening. I don't know what people are doing. Like, there needs to be a way to keep everyone accountable in a very like simple, like one spot, because I find on my page, if I post stuff and it doesn't get a lot of traction, it like tends to get buried really fast. So I wanted to keep it at the very top. But I made a graphic, and it's about Empower 100. I took that from the mastermind last week. So cool. I love that idea. So I talked to my team about it. They're really stoked. And I have 2 different sections, and it's just like listed out. I'm looking at it right now. It's listed out based off of the vital behaviors. So like making sure they're doing what we're supposed to be doing as coaches every day, just for us, ourselves. And then also I have another section. It's called 5 to Thrive. And it's just 5 new connections, 5 new challenge group invites, 5 coach invites, 5 follow-ups, and then emptying your inbox every single day. Because I think that that's something that really helps new coaches stay on track of their business, is like not letting that inbox pile up. No matter how busy you are, like making it a point to empty it every single day is like what ultimately moves your business forward and keeping those conversations going. So something super simple, and everyone's been commenting and actually like naming people and the numbers that they're actually putting out there instead of just saying, yes, I did this. Like, people are getting very detailed and specific. And all of my leaders have hopped on board too. So it's been really, really nice to see the activity, and it's not like a huge question mark anymore. So that's what I've been doing. That's been working really well just this first week.
Once again, accountability. I love that. Good job, Ellen. Do you ladies have any questions for Ellen? Sorry, I might take these glasses off. I get LASIK in 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, I can't see you. And they're killing my head. So I had to wear these for 3 weeks. Okay, sorry. What else? August. Heather, you had a great one too. You had so many actionable items. Would you like to share anything with us?
I don't remember what I put. You commented on. Let me go back. Oh,
okay, go back.
So, yeah, I do have a couple things. So I think I've told you, like, I totally was sort of dragging my feet on Instagram just because I've had so much success on Facebook. So we actually have an Instagram challenge, like content challenge going on right now, which is super fun. It's just making them actually post on Instagram. So I found this actually kind of random content calendar online and just posted it. And then they were excited. It was actually their idea to do like a little contest. So we just have some things, you know, personal development books and stuff up for grabs for those that are participating. But we have our own hashtag, which is super fun. So it's really easy for me to keep track because I can just go search the hashtag and see all of them posting, which is so fun. But then it works in both ways, you know, because I told them, as you're posting these things and being super fun and exciting, as you're inviting people to join you, like, you just tell them, hey, look at this hashtag, and they can see the team and how fun it is and all these things. So that's been really nice. And we just started that, so that's fun. But I'm also implementing what Julianne talked about with the 2 weeks of really focused posts in her community groups. So I'm taking the happiness advantage, just like she said, because I'm reading it too, and I've gotten so much out of it. I've been using it for my lives. I've been using it everywhere because it's just so good. There's so much good stuff in there. So we started that this week. I'm just sharing little bits and giving them every day. They're going to come back and say what what made them happy that day. But also I've got some, he put some really specific action steps in there too. So it's really easy to just share that. These are the things that you can do to, work on really focusing on the positive and being happier. So those are two big things. I've got some emeralds in a pod, which is actually one of my first times doing that was actually last month, because I got overwhelmed by it, thinking about all the comments and posts. And so Jade, what you just said about not having it be negative, like, thank you for that, because sometimes that's exactly what happens. And I'm like, you just have to like squash it right away and like, no, like that's not happening here. So, but I loved your idea of putting a poll out there and then dividing them up. What a cool idea. Cause I feel like they stay in that same little pod forever if they don't have something to kind of work towards. So I like that. But so I'll probably be implementing that next. But I'm excited. August is always one of those, for me, a weird month. Like and not to put it out there that it's going to be weird this month, but it's just never been like a very high producing month. So it's nice to hear from all of you too, like what you're doing, because like a flash sale, what a great idea for this month. It's kind of slow. Like I love that. So.
For sure. I would also say, I will actually also want to ask, because obviously we know that with, kids going back to school and routine, and, I see more mothers doing the happy dance that kids are obviously going back to school. So obviously all that's coming together, fall, blah, blah, blah. But do any of you have any coaches gunning for the Transform 20 test group and having coaches that are doing an incredible job? Can you share with us what they're doing? Logan, you shook your head. One of my, she's a 2-star underneath me, is obsessed with like everything Shanti. So being in the test group for her would be, obviously for any of us, it's going to be like an incredible experience, but she's the one that like, when it kind of came about, what the, that there was the opportunity there, like she was the one that was really trying to kind of break down numbers wise, how she could get her elite points to where she needed to be in consideration for the test group. And when we looked at her numbers, it really kind of came down to helping her PS coaches hit Success Club. So that was so that's going to be like our big focus, obviously, for the month. So we have a couple different things going on in our team this month. Like this week, we are running just a little emerald training like within the team page. Normally we do our trainings in a separate group page that we like use units for. We have like, kind of it's like a 7 or a 14-day like new coach training that's similar to what's in the back office. And then we have an emerald training. But this time we're just taking some of the emerald and sharing it within the team page, because maybe coaches who aren't actively like engaging building the business yet will see it, and it'll kind of start planting that seed that they could go emerald. So we started it yesterday. We had a morning post about just kind of explaining what emerald even is and how you achieve it. Then an afternoon post explaining the importance of signing your spouse. Then this morning we had a post talking about how to invite people from your dirt list, like people who would essentially buy dirt from you because they love you, and give some kind of like scripting ideas on how to go with that invite. And then the afternoon post today is how to invite your dream team people, which is obviously like a lot scarier. Tomorrow we talk about how to convert challengers into coaches. Thursday we are covering objections, and then Friday is follow-ups. So it's going to be a good refresher for everybody, regardless if they are pushing for Emerald or not. And then the other thing that our team has going right now, we are involved in a Drive to Diamond group with some other Star Diamond coaches that are pushing for Elite this year. I kind of got like popped into this group, like, hey, do you want to do it? Like, it wasn't like me coming up with it or even coming up with the content or the structure or anything, which is like different for me because usually I'm the one like kind of creating all the stuff for the team. So it was kind of a relief to not have to be in charge, like creating everything by myself. But basically for this group, the requirements were, we kicked it off yesterday. So the Thursday before, they needed to be a paid Emerald in order to be part of the group. and they needed to do a $25 buy-in for the group. And we had them basically purchase a ticket through Eventbrite, like how you would do for like a Super Saturday sort of thing. And then there's a Google Doc where we kind of run through breaking up like what kind of trainings we're going to do throughout the course of this month-long group. So it's August 5th to September 5th. And we are offering like live power hours for people to hop on in the group. And if like through the course of the group, if they add 6 new coaches to their team and pop 2 emeralds, so essentially what you would kind of need to be diamond, then they are eligible to split the pot of like whatever that amount was for everybody buying in. So we have a lot of girls in the team that are super excited about it and ready to kind of level up. And I'm excited for them to hear from some other, you know, people that are doing really incredible in their business right now. Because sometimes, even though, you know, they listen to what I say, sometimes it can be a little in one ear and out the other, but hearing the same thing from a different coach can kind of like spark that. So it just started yesterday. So I will keep you guys posted on how it goes.
Please do. And post anything that you think is worthy in the group, like in the actual Facebook group, so we can go back to it. But no, I love that. Thanks for letting me call you out on that too. Really cool. And if you have questions, please ask them to Miss Logan. Okay. We have time for like 1 or 2 more. If anybody else wants to share anything, that's great. But first of all, I want to welcome Stacy. So Stacy is new to our calls on Tuesday. So everybody say hi to Stacy. And I don't know if we ever did this for Melissa Hogg. We did this for you, didn't we? Hopefully welcomed you in as well. I hope. Is there anybody else that maybe I haven't welcomed in? I want to give you some love. Okay. And if not, just send me a message and say, Brett, you're being a bad mentor and a bad friend. Invite me, welcome me. Okay. So make Stacy feel very welcomed, please. And actually, Stacy, do you mind unmuting yourself and just telling us a little bit about you so we can get to know you, please?
Sure. I'm Stacy Booth, and I'm a mom of 2. Actually, mine just started school. That's why I'm able to get on the calls. So I'm like relieved that they're going all day long. It's like, yay, I can get things done. So I have been a coach for a long time, and actually I am in the mix of trying to rediscover myself. I feel like I've gotten very lost in why I'm here. So I've actually been kind of like closing myself off to everything and just trying to focus on myself for a little while. But in doing so, I realized a lot of things that I was doing and becoming very complacent with what I was doing every day, because I'm always moving my business forward, but I feel like I was just doing it in the kind of going through the motions instead of really doing it with intention. So I actually started with my team having them post daily something that was outside their comfort zone. Something that they did that day that was outside their comfort zone. And it can be anything, like getting on this call. You know, I suffer from anxiety really bad. So like they could share something like that. Or maybe they, you know, reached out to someone that they had been wanting to for a long time and they haven't. And they just started a conversation, or even saying, hey, let's get together for coffee or something. Whatever their comfort zone is, everyone's is different. They share something like that within the group. So we've been trying to figure out how to push our comfort zone, because when you're not pushing it, you're not growing. So that's what I've been doing.
No, that's awesome. And we can hear you. You're frozen. Like I know, I think, yeah, you're good. We still heard you.
Oh, that's good.
But no, welcome. And I would just say, oh, now we kind of see you. But I would just, challenge you. And I challenge every single person in this group is when it gets tough, when you're having a hard time with your business, lean into this group, lean into this community that love and adore and, appreciate you, because I will tell you it's easier when we're together. So I love the fact that you kind of called yourself out on that, but then you're also having your team step out of their comfort zone and talk about what they've done, hard that day. So very cool, but we are here for you and we welcome you, obviously, with open arms.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, we have about a couple minutes left. I'm literally going to let you off the hook. Yes, Melissa, go, please.
We are doing a couple different things, and we're doing an August Rank Up Challenge. And so we have a prize for Emerald, we have a prize for Ruby, even though we were like, nobody goes Ruby, but still, a prize for Diamond and then prize for Star Diamond. And every time you rank up, you get the prizes before it. And then they have a weekly checklist that they have to go through where they have to say what PD book. They actually have to give us the number of friends they have each day so that we can physically see that they're adding people. And on their Instagram, because a lot of times people are like, I added 5, but if your number's not changing, you're not really adding, you're just clicking add friend. And so they have to do, obviously, their workout. They have to say what topics they posted about on their Instagram or any social media, and what programs they're doing. And then we have a Miracle Morning group going, and I kick it off at like 4:45 in the morning. And so everybody's either working out or doing their power hour.
Do not ask me to be on that Miracle Morning Power Hour at 4:45. I'll just say.
It's being awesome because I have like teacher friends. I have a lot of teachers on my team because I used to be a teacher, and they were telling me that they couldn't fit their power hour in, and I was like, you don't leave for work until 7. Like, jump on and do your power hour when I'm working out at 5. And so it's making them be more intentional. This each week, a leader and I are doing. We do this week's topic is building in the busyness. And so each of us go in each day and tell, like yesterday they had to give me their daily schedule and tell me when they're working, when they're having family time. Sorry, I have children everywhere. All sorts of stuff like that. And so I'm sorry, of course they need me now. And that way I could see the cracks of time that they have. They haven't needed me for hours. And then I also gave them like how I fit it into my schedule, how I fit it into my schedule now, what my day looks like. Hey, Evan is fine, okay? And just kind of, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Accountability and giving them prizes.
You are so fine. Oh my goodness. I would love it if you don't mind, if you get a moment today, just to post in our group about that rank up challenge. I love that. I think that's really cool. I love the prizes. I love the fact that just the added accountability. And she does this with 4 boys. She literally has 4 boys. You're amazing. Okay. What's that? Okay, you're good. Perfect. So loaded last question, because just a reminder, we have Cozy next week. The next following week, we have Christine Carroll. So we have amazing coaches back to back. And so I'm just going to challenge you right now. Please be on those calls. Please have your face showing. I don't care if you don't have makeup on. I don't care if you just got done with your workout. I don't care. Just show your face, be involved, ask questions. Like, this is your opportunity to ask those. And then just one last question. I mean, is there anything that you all need from me? I kind of get out of the habit of asking that question, and sometimes it makes people really freeze up. But is there anything that you need from me right now? Any questions you have for me? No? Okay. Aww. It's officially official. So awesome. Okay. No. Okay. Well, just know that I am a message away, and I will be back in the office on Thursday, obviously. I will post the recording. I appreciate you jumping on. We did it in 28 minutes. That means you have 32 minutes right now to get your power hour done, inviting, whatever it may be. Make it productive. Does that sound good? Or go eat a yummy lunch, because I'm going to go do that too. Okay? Great seeing you all. I'll talk to y'all soon, all right? Thanks, ladies. Bye.